Hello, this is Alan Berger back again with Bowling Over 50. This is a YouTube channel for bowlers with little lower ball speed, little less rev rate, and bowlers that are over 50 years old. Seniors. I don't like to refer myself as that, but I'm happy to get the senior discount when I can. In our last video, we were talking about symmetrical versus asymmetrical bowling balls. How a symmetrical ball is smoother, it doesn't overhook, it's not hockey sticky, my word, or check mark, or however you want to do that, versus an asymmetrical ball, which tends to get offline and hook a little faster, a little harder, and rolls out a little bit earlier. One of the things, as someone that with a little less ball speed and a little less rev rate, one of the things you should consider is getting yourself a symmetrical bowling ball so you can control the pocket. But today we're going to be doing a ball review, and we're going to be reviewing my favorite bowling ball, which is the Hammer Black Widow Mania. It is absolutely my first big ball, symmetrical ball, asymmetrical ball that comes out of my bag after I've used something with a little bit more surface on it, a little bit more like a snow tire. So this is the first ball that comes out of my bag, and I am actually going to show you two of them. Because one of the things as you get older you ought to consider is getting with your pro shop, making sure your drill is right for your hand, and because bowling should not hurt. If it is hurting, your ball is not drilled correctly. So get with your pro shop. One of the other things you can do in your pro shop is play around with layouts of a bowling ball. Most people drill their bowling balls with the pin, the top of the weight block, above their fingers, which we call that pin up. One of the things you ought to consider with a little less ball speed and a little less rev rate is consider drilling a ball pin down. So I told you asymmetrical balls might be good for somebody with a little less ball speed and a little less rev rate. By buying an asymmetrical ball and drilling it pinned down, you kind of serve the exact same purpose. So I'm going to show you this ball. Again, it's one of my favorite balls. If not my favorite ball, it's the Hammer Black Widow Mania. It's blue. And this one I'm going to show you is drilled pin down, meaning my pin is below my fingers. Also, my thumb is between what's called the mass bias and the label. It's almost directly splitting those two. This ball will be a little smoother and kind of serves the purpose of taking some of the asymmetrical properties out of this ball and making it a little smoother, but it still drives and hits the pocket very hard. So, again, we're on a burn up house shot. When I'm practicing, every time I practice, I'm going to stick a piece of blue tape down the lane on the 5-board. That's a target area for me to see if I need to get the ball right of that area or left of that area. Today we're going to try to be right of that area with a big asymmetrical ball in the Black Widow, Hammer Black Widow Mania. So I'm going to stand again on 25, and I'm going to be looking at 9 this time and trying to get it outside that blue tape. Let's see. That was right on it. Right on the blue tape, and 10 in the pit, as they say. One of our videos down the road, we're going to be talking about the perfect hit. That was nearly it. When the ball goes through the pins, we want it to hit the 1, 3 as a right-hander, 1, 3, 5, 8, and 9. That is all the pins that the ball touches, 1, 3, 5, 8, and 9. If the ball splits the 8 and 9, perfect strike. When we were growing up, when we were younger, when I was bowling youth, we were throwing plastic balls, hard rubber balls, then urethane came out. That was not our perfect hit. Our perfect hit was the 6-pin kicking off the sidewall and knocking out the 10. Now, with the balls that we have today, the new equipment, the new technology, 10 in the pit is the way to go. So we're going to throw that exact same ball, same spot. Again, I love this ball. I absolutely love the Black Widow Mania. I like the whole Black Widow series. I have several of them, but this Mania is crazy good. There's my perfect hit from years gone by. 6-pin will hit the sidewall, kicked out the 10. We're good. We're 2 for 2. Again, this one's pinned down, which makes it a little smoother. Doesn't overhook. And that was so good, I want to do it again. So we're going to throw another one just like that. But this time I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Take some hand out of it. So I'm going to move right a couple of boards, move my eyes right a couple of boards, and let's take a look at this ball thrown a little slower and a little less rev rate. Boom. So as you can see, that ball was very smooth. It didn't overhook. It got down the lane. I was right of my little piece of blue tape. I hit where I was looking at the arrows, and I hit where I was looking down lane. So now, from there, we're going to throw my second Black Widow. So I've got to change my thumb insert, which I'm going to do. When I change my thumb inserts, I always use a tool. I don't use my thumb. My thumb is delicate. I don't want it to get hurt. I don't want to swell up or anything like that, so I always use a tool. I'm going to pull that same slug out of my pin down version, and we're going to slap that into a pin up version. So here's the same Hammer Black Widow Mania. It's blue, and this one is drilled pin up. I hope you can see that. The other one, the pin was down here. This one is pins a little higher. The thumb is a little closer to the mass bias. This ball will get a little further down the lane and be a little bit sharper on the back end. So here we go. Black Widow Mania, pin up. So I'm going to go back to where I was, standing at 25, looking at about 9, trying to get it just right of that blue tracer down lane. Now I hope you saw that. That ball, the other one was very smooth and went through the pins. This one got down the lane, hooked a little bit, and then really hooked. So we're actually going to make a move off of that. We're going to make a 2-in-1 move to the left. So moving 2 with my feet, 1 with my eyes. So now we're really standing on 21. 20, 21, that's my 2 boards. We're standing on 22. And I'm going to look, I should be looking at 10, but I'm going to look at 9.5. 9.5 at the arrows. Boom. Okay, went a little light, which is fine. I like light mixers, love them. That just means I can stay in that spot for a little while longer. All right, now what we're gonna do is take this ball and slow it down and take some hand out of it, but I think what you're gonna see is this ball really take off, and this is the whole reason why I would consider drilling things pinned down or using a symmetrical bowling ball. But again, this hammer is awesome. So I'm going to move back to the right. I'm going to stand on 23. I'm going to look at 8. Yeah, look at 8. We're going to be a little slower and a little less hand. Yeah, I got right of the tracer. And it wanted to strike. It wanted to strike. I was a little too far to the right. I'm practicing. And as I tell you all the time, when you're practicing, pick up all your spares. Don't hit the reset button. Pick up your spares. It's good spare practice. All right, we've got an 8-pin up here. I throw an 8-pin straight, just like I throw it a 2-pin. Same spot at the arrow, same standing spot. Almost didn't get it. Just like that. All right, one more time. We're going to try to get lined up here. A little slower ball speed, a little less hand. We're going to move left a little bit more. Standing on 25, looking at 9.